everyone. We're excited to be co-chairing our third annual Let's Flamingle for a Cure. Our event looks a little different this year, and we wish it could be with you all, but we can't thank you enough for your support. Whether you're a longtime member of Team Natalie or new to our fight, we're so grateful for you.
It's hard to believe that Natalie will turn 6 this fall. As many of you personally know Natalie, you know what a bright light she is. Her smile is electrifying, especially when she is able to continue smiling during the most difficult activities. She works harder than anyone we know, and her life has changed us in ways that we'll never be able to explain.
We know that this is a challenging time for everyone, but we can't let even a global pandemic stop us from continuing the great research momentum. Although it's been over a year since it felt like the world stopped, the urgent need for a cure for Rett syndrome never took a break. With Rett syndrome, every day counts.
We are so grateful that you have joined us, even in this difficult time. The impact of your generosity is tremendous. Approaches like gene therapy, genome editing, MECP2 reactivation, and RNA transplicing have made incredible strides forward, all of which have been fueled by support like yours.
You're going to hear an update on the research this evening directly from our beneficiary, the Rett Syndrome Research Trust. We are excited about the progress they continue to make. The first human clinical trials in gene therapy for Rett syndrome are expected to start soon, maybe even as early as the end of this year or early next year. This, along with other promising research, could not happen without funding, and that's why we're all here tonight. Your sponsorships and donations matter so much to this research and to us.
Natalie is the strongest person that we know. We say it often, but we truly mean it. Any given day, Natalie may attend school, a therapy session or two, and an appointment with a specialist. A pretty busy day for any one person. But Natalie does it all while fighting her body every step of the way. Sitting unassisted, standing, taking a few steps with help, or even just a breath. She attempts to do these things with a body that she has an extremely difficult time controlling. If she is hungry, needs a drink of water, or feels sad or scared, she has to rely on a computer, and again, on her body to use that computer, to let us know what she needs. And when she does get that drink or that bite of food, someone has to help her with it. Add to this the seizures that seemingly come out of nowhere and rock her entire little body, and the sleepless nights when her body will simply not let her rest. She deals with all of this while pushing herself to work hard in her therapies and at home. She goes through more in a day than anyone should ever have to deal with, and she does it with a smile. Her strength is astounding, and we know she represents the 350,000 other children and adults who are so resilient and remarkable in the face of this incredibly difficult disorder.
We simply must cure Rett syndrome, and with your help, we know that we can. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching this tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Monica Coonrads, founder and CEO of the Rett Syndrome Research Trust, and mom to Chelsea, a young woman with Rett syndrome. My promise to all of our supporters is that your donations are used with the utmost integrity and efficiency to advance us to a cure for Rett syndrome. I've always made it a priority for RSRT to spend maximum dollars on what matters: the research. Since RSRT was founded, we've averaged 95% of our funding going to our research program. I want to give you a sense of the big picture on Rett research. Last year, we successfully completed our 3-year, $33 million strategic research plan, Roadmap to a Cure. We achieved exactly what we set out to do, significantly advancing 6 priority approaches that target the root cause of Rett syndrome. Those 6 approaches are gene therapy, gene editing, MECP2 reactivation, RNA editing, RNA transplicing, and protein replacement. These approaches are not meant to be palliative. They're bold and they're targeted, and they're intended to result in a profound reversal of symptoms. Our progress has brought us to an exciting new phase of the research called Cure 360, reflecting the fact that we have Rett surrounded and that we're attacking from all angles. Through Cure 360, we're accelerating the 6 approaches while simultaneously ensuring that the research incubated at RSRT moves into biopharma. This is a critical step for propelling lab science to clinical trials and to changing the lives of those who suffer with Rett. Of our approaches, gene therapy is the closest to the clinic. Novartis, the second largest pharma company in the world, expects to launch a clinical trial in gene therapy for Rett soon. A second biopharma company, Taysha Gene Therapies, also has a Rett program and anticipates filing a clinical trial application with the FDA this year. Gene therapy is an approach that we've championed and moved forward at RSRT for over a decade. Novartis and Taysha and other biopharmas I expect will jump into the Rett space would not be developing clinical trials without data that was generated by RSRT-supported researchers. That's a testament to how your generous past support has had a palpable impact. We're also funding 2 other critical gene therapy programs, one at UPenn and the other at the University of Edinburgh. As these programs move forward, they will likely partner with biopharma as well. On a personal note, my daughter Chelsea is now 24 years old. If not for Rett syndrome, she would be starting a career and enjoying an active social life like others her age. Instead, she's at home, struggling with the worst of Rett: seizures, scoliosis, anxiety, extreme muscle rigidity. And this is on top of never being able to take a step on her own or say a word. I made her a promise that I won't rest until this disorder is cured. And it's a promise I don't intend to break. 350,000 lives are depending on us, on you. Thank you so much for helping us.
Hello everyone, I'm Tim Freeman, Chief Development Officer at the Rett Syndrome Research Trust. I'm also the very proud father of a 12-year-old daughter with Rett syndrome. I want to thank Molly and Adam Fleming for their dedication to RSRT and to helping us advance Rett research. Molly and Adam, I know you do all you do out of your love for Natalie. You are exemplary parents and you have my full admiration. You also have a terrific group of friends and family who come out and support you. Please know that we're hugely, hugely grateful to all of you. I want to thank some especially generous sponsors of this year's Let's Flamingle for a Cure. At the $1,000 fancy Flamingle level, Rutledge Bradford, Sally and Rusty Denner, Molly and Adam Fleming, Linus Stoltz, Noah Stoltz, and Quinn Stoltz. And at the very generous $5,000 Grand Flamingo level, Kimberly Stoltz. Thank you so much to every sponsor and supporter for sharing our sense of urgency to cure our children. We couldn't be more grateful to you. Thank you.